So Daphne, tell me what you got going on.
Well, I am in the process now of looking for a gallery to do an exhibition of my photographic work, because I'm really back into that again. I usually take pictures from around the world, only of doors. And I have a whole door collection and books that I've written about doors and note cards that I make about doors and calendars every year about doors. And it's time for me to put it out in the public again, not just online. So that's what I'm doing. I'm kind of nosing around, seeing what direction I'm going in next, taking custom orders for my coats and doing all sorts of speaking engagements and things like that. So I keep busy.
Speaking about your fashion and the things that you do as far as the clothing that you make, I can't help but ask, like, how did you get inspired? When did this start? Like, your whole style is lit. And I just want people to understand, like, your outfits, you make them yourself. Tell me more about that.
I always liked the improvisation of sewing. I don't want to walk into a store and everybody's wearing beige that year. I'm sorry, I'm wearing pink. So I have to make it myself because I can't find it in the store. And once I discovered Chinese silk brocade, maybe about 20 years ago, I started making my own jackets. And I was walking down the street and people would stop me in the street and say, "Where did you get that?" I said, "Well, I made it." And they said, "Would you make me one?" I said, "No." And so I wanted to keep my style. Tim had he wanted to do a fundraiser and he said, "Let's do a fashion show." And he said, "Make a line of your coats and see how they go." And I made a line of coats for the first fashion show that we did, and they sold right off the runway. So I said, okay, I'll sell these. So
one thing I do, and I always concern myself with, is if I'm doing right by our ancestors with Carter Magazine. And I want to ask you, am I doing us a service in honoring our glorious past and prosperous future?
Anybody who is honoring their ancestors is doing the right thing. We are who we are because of who they were, and what they went through gave us the impetus to honor the gifts that God gave us. We were all given gifts at birth, and if you don't manifest these gifts, you're dishonoring him, her, and our ancestors. So what you're doing, keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing, because these children need to know what their lives are based on, honestly, not what the book says.